Hello guys, how are you guys doing today? This is Devil Logics here, and today I'm bringing you on how to analyze games. I've gotten a lot of requests from people on a tutorial to how to analyze games so that you can be assured that the team you bet has a great chance of winning. Now, guys, on CSGO, it is very hard to predict games. And coming from a predictor like me who has betted for a long time and has a very high prediction correct rate, which is I have about 75 to 80% correct calls um, after 150 plus games I predicted on my VIP page um, before I started my new spreadsheet. Um, and it's really hard to predict games, guys. It's because you have to consider many different factors. And I'm going to share the factors that you have to consider when you analyze games. Now, this is the note I took for my previous video. Okay, so the first factor, guys, that you have to consider when analyzing games is the team current condition. Okay, guys, you have to consider the team's current condition because obviously, if the current condition is not great, then the chance of that team winning is not great. It doesn't matter how much of a good team it is, it's just have to consider the condition the team's on. For example, for Fnatic right now, they are the best team in the world, but they haven't been doing too great. They are coming back slowly, but it's unpredictable as they are not back 100%. So you have to consider how they have been doing on the past games. And the second thing that you have to consider is their player stats. Okay? So you have to look at each one of the players' stats, and the most important thing about the player stats is probably the entrance frag rate, and also their KDR and their overall performance and rating on HLTV is a huge factor, and you have to consider this, and you have to compare, you know, each and one of these players and their roles. Okay, you have to consider their roles, and you have to compare their roles on one-to-one basis instead of comparing, the best player against best player. You have to consider the players' positions and their roles in the team on a one-to-one basis. So the third thing that you have to consider is the teamwork condition. Okay, not many people know this, but teamwork is a huge factor in CS:GO, and you have to find out what the team's condition is on. Sometimes even the best teams have conflicts inside their team, such as a player not agreeing with another player's way of playing the game, or them just having a huge fight, or just overall stuff like that. Just scandals and stuff like that. And how do you find that is by looking at their Twitters, for example, what they tweet gives you a huge factor on an insight to their conditions. And the other thing that you have to consider is the team's tier. Okay, you have to consider the team's tier. So if a tier 1 team is doing relatively bad and a tier 5 team is doing relatively good, that doesn't mean that tier 5 team can win tier 1 teams. Okay, tier 1 teams are tier 1 teams for a reason. They're really good. So even if they're even if they're lacking in the team's teamwork condition, or even the team's current condition, they still have a great chance of winning the game. So going underdog on tier 5 teams, for example, could be a high risk. So you have to consider that as well, and compare what is more beneficial to you. The fifth thing that you have to consider is the player's playtime. So when you see the player's playtime on Steam, you get an idea of how much they have been putting their time into teamwork or even playing CSGO, because you have to play CSGO and to get better, right? So you have to consider that as well. So you have to look at one and each one of these players, and if their playtime is similar, that means that they have been working together. If not, if one is not playing at all, and if one is playing a bit, you can see that the other players have not been working on teamwork. It's just what that one player just playing a little bit more than other people. So like you have to consider that as well, and also playing a lot doesn't necessarily mean the best thing, because let's say for example you see a pro player online, let's say 6 hours before their game, and they're just constantly playing. So now in CS:GO, everyone knows that if you play multiple games, you tend to get tired, right? So if you see a player, late at night playing the game, then you might want to consider, not betting on that game, because the player is probably really tired, and when they're really tired, they can play really bad even if they're really good players. Um, and that brings us to basically okay, the online status. Okay, you can't just well, you can like literally search up each and one of these pro players and see if they're online, and just look at them 24/7. But that would be kind of a hard job. What you need is basically you need to have them as friends. You have to have few of the pro players as friends as an info, and this is hard as pro players tend to not add you, and they're not gonna add you unless you have some kind of great plus rep or like great stats on like reputation on CS:GO. And this is something I have. I have pro players on my friend list, so on my main account, and I have some players on my friend list on my um, betting group, I guess, account. So you can get that from me as well. So that is the thing, the six things that you probably need to know when you're analyzing the games. Um, so and when you analyze the games, guys, the most important thing, okay, even if you don't do any of these, the first thing that you must do is watch the games, okay? Now, many of you guys do this, but you have to actually watch the games. No, not looking up scores, but actually watching the games on your laptop or your phone. You have to actually watch how they play to get the idea, right? Some teams play aggressively while other teams play passively, and considering these facts together, you can even guess hard upsets that might happen if you watch these games, right? So you have to watch the games, okay? And not many of you do this, but I stress this factor a lot. You have to watch the games, okay? You can't just be like, so this team won this team, so this team is gonna win this team. It doesn't work that way. You have to understand um, how they play on each map. And that brings us to the next factor that on the must-do list is you have to consider the map. Okay, you have to consider the map they're playing on. Okay, some other teams are really good on certain maps, some other teams are really horrible on certain maps, and you have to consider this factor when you want to guess an upset or even place a safe bet. You have to consider the map factor. Okay, is this team good on this map? Always ask that question. So guys, that's how you should be analyzing your game. So it's a lot of work, guys. And if you don't want to do this all by yourself, and it's relatively hard, and if you miss even some of these steps, then you will be losing skins as a result of wrong prediction analysis, right? So what I do, guys, is I have a betting group. You can check the link on description, and there I give you daily prediction videos on my VIP group, and it's private videos, so it can only be seen by my VIP players, obviously. And I give you predictions, and I also have a spreadsheet for you and I tell you what the expected score is and how much you should be betting. And I do also guarantee you 100% profit. And if you want to see that video where I tell you how I go about my plan, my scheme of betting to get you 100% profit, you can click on the video here on my screen, and you can go ahead and see that video on my 100% profit guaranteed video. Okay, guys? So that was a little bit of it. Now I'm gonna go further and tell you some of the sites that I use personally to analyze the games. Okay, so one site that many of you guys go to is HLTV. Okay, and HLTV is not a bad site. Okay, HLTV tells you a lot of it tells you the lineup of the players that you can see the stats on, right? And you can see their past games and stuff. So, for example, here you can see. By the way, I suggested a bet on D today, so they're winning right now in a best of two, so that's good. So see, you can see here the maps they're playing on and the best of two option here, and also here, if you go down here, you can see the I guess the percentage, the odds on HLTV, and you guys have to realize that the um the percentage here is not correct. It's not correct because people sway, and this is pick a winner. So people can click on this, right? I can click on this and the percentage will go up, and that will be that like that's how people sway odds, right? So a lot of people said LDLC White is gonna win here, and that's probably swaying here as Dan D is clearly winning right now, as I predicted, right? So here, I don't suggest you go, and see this and be like, oh, LDLC has the upper hand here, as that is not true. Okay, and so here you can see the players, the lineup of players that they're playing against. So, for example, if I click on Matt's hand, right, I can see their total kills, headshot rate, total death, KD ratio, maps played, rounds played, average kill per round, and such, right? And their rating on HLTV. So you can see that, and also I suggest you don't read the comments here, as they're not always useful. They're not that useful, and sometimes they sway a lot, and most of the time they sway a lot. So don't go for the sways. Now here you can see the past matches, okay? And if you click, not many people know this, but I'm gonna show you something. If you click on the team and click on matches, then you can see all their past games. Okay, you can see all their past games and the maps they played on, so you can guess that you can guess their good maps and bad maps, as well as their current conditions, right? And also, like I said before, another thing that you have to check is Twitter. If you go on Twitter and let's do something here. Let's go like Fnatic Twitter. Okay. Yes, they do have Twitter. So if you go to Fnatic Twitter, you can check out their things, and like see all of Twitter. Here you go. Just there's tweets that they put on here, and you can see, okay, guys, their team conditions, player conditions, and stuff like that. And that is that's the thing that you can check online. But there are other stuff that I told you before that you can't check unless you have access to it. And other than HLTV, guys, I use a lot of sites. I'll use a lot of other sites, and I have my own stats as well because I've been betting for a long time. I have the losing teams, winning teams, player stats, and stuff like that already figured out. So it's relatively quicker for me. So that is that is pretty much it. I have more info. That is my resource, and I have you know good calls. Last time I said Navi is gonna win because against NIP a few days ago, where Navi won 2 games off of NIP. Not a lot of people guessed that because they think the NIP is the better team, but the map they were playing on, Navi has a great chance of winning because it was Inferno, I believe, and Navi is a great team on that map. So I have a lot of info and stuff like that, guys. If you want to join my private betting group, guys, the fee is 2 keys, right? And it's not much. It's if you buy on off skin, okay. A lot of people are buying off Steam and is waiting on the trade ban to be lifted off, the save 7-day trade ban. And I don't recommend that, as you should buy 2 keys from Upskin, and it's only $4. It's cheaper than Steam, and there's no trade ban. The best thing, so you can trade 2 keys to me right away, and then you can join my private betting group, and then all you have to do is bet according to my predictions and easy skins for you. So that was pretty much it. I basically analyze games for you and give my predictions to you, so it saves you time. And it's 2 keys for a lifetime deal, so you can join for 2 keys and you can stay there for, you know, ages, just betting and gaining money. Easy skins, right? So guys, that is it. So join my VIP page, and also if you look at my 100% profit video, as I said before, 50 is my number. I'm not gonna accept more than 50 people, and right now I have about 25 people right now, including the people that promised to join after their 2 key trade ban has been lifted, right? So, not lot of rooms left, not a lot of spots left. So come quickly and join my VIP page. And also on my VIP page, I am doing the pick, like the challenge. What was it called? The pick challenge that's starting on 28th. So I'm also doing that as well, starting from 28th for free, of course, for my VIPs. It's the extra thing, and if you do the pick them challenge, then you will, get that badge, whatever thing, and yeah. And you can bet on the games as well. So that's an extra thing going on. So if you join right now, there's a lot of things going on, and then there's a lot of things I offer you. So if you want to know more of the things that I offer you, you can go to my Steam group and join my public Steam group and just look at the offers that I give you, the things that I give you, the conditions that I set for my betting group. Okay, and my betting group is quite different from others. If you check it out, you can see the difference very distinctively. Okay, guys. So thank you for watching today, guys, and um, check out my videos, like my videos, subscribe, as there's a giveaway going on. So check out that giveaway video on my description as well. And thank you for watching, guys. This was Devil Logics.